Hello everybody, Jeanette Gennaro here, a personal trainer that is getting back into shape after baby number 3. And I'm taking you guys along with me. Go ahead and march in place. Today I am 10 weeks postpartum. So far I've been avoiding any sort of jumping type of activities. In fact, in the first 2 workouts I did those type of activities, quickly realized my pelvic floor is not ready for that. Open up your march. So I went ahead and pulled back the intensity, but now I'm adding a little bit more intense movements. Still not any intense jumping, but definitely increasing the intensity. We are doing 3 rounds of HIIT. The first 2 are identical. That way we don't have to have too much of a break time in between, up and over. Not too much of a break time in between rehearsing the movements. So the first 2 rounds are the same. The 3rd round will be done on the floor. Still high intensity, but because they're all floor type of exercises, naturally the intensity is going to be a little bit lower. So that's how we are taking it up a notch. 3 rounds of Tabata instead of 2, as we have been doing. But the 3rd one is still going to be floor exercises, okay? Let's go ahead and rehearse those exercises. You're gonna start off on the side, arms come up and over, okay? I will be adding a little bit of a hop in the middle, nice large movements, and you're doing them as quickly as you can. So you're getting in as many of these windmills as you can in those 20 seconds. Then you're going to squat, shift your weight to the side, lifting your leg to the side. Squat, lifting your leg to the side. Anytime you do any sort of movement where the leg moves away from the body, you are working on a part of the glute. So that's why we're doing that. Squat, leg to the side. Visualize your toes pointed to the front and your ankle leading the way. Not the toes, ankle. Then pretend that you are inside of a tiny little box and you're stepping out and in, out and in, out and in. The lower that you keep your hips, the more intense it will be. Shoulders nice and low and away from the ears. And then you're going to crouch down, nice and low for me, and you're gonna walk forward 4 steps and then shuffle it back. Crouch down, walk forward 4 steps, and then shuffle it back. 20 seconds on the clock, and begin. Nice large movements, moving as quickly as you can. 5 seconds. Rest. Squat. Sculpting those glutes, even though we're not working with heavy weights now. Rest. And rest. I'm going to turn to the side for these. You're going to crouch down and walk forward 4 steps and then shuffle back. Come on, 4 more exercises. Make those movements perfect. And rest. Remember, you're sitting back. Pretend you have a chair behind you. You should not be squatting straight down. You want to activate those glutes. Pressing on your heels, not just pressing on the balls of your feet as you stand up. Feels so good to move. Tuck in the pelvic floor, pulling your belly button so you're activating those transverse abdominals. And rest. I always feel like I'm saying dominoes when I'm saying abdominals. Really feeling it in the quads when you walk forward, crouch down. Whew. We're going to rest for about a minute and do those again. Drink some water if you have some close by. We're gonna get right back into it. Just 1 minute rest in between. Same exercises, begin. Rest. Remember, lead with the ankle. Toes should be pointed to the front. Lift those feet, moving as quickly as you can. Tapping out and in. Rest. Come on, you're doing these exercises 4 more times. Great. Great work. 2 more exercises. Give it all you got. Then we're taking it down to the floor. Rest. All right, we're gonna move things down to the floor. I'm gonna demonstrate the next exercises that we're gonna do. Let me go ahead and angle things down a little bit so you can see. All right. First exercise. Facing towards the screen. Hand will be down on the floor. Wrist is landing right underneath your shoulder. You can make a fist if you want to take away some pressure from your hands, from your wrist, that is. You're gonna reach so you're feeling a big stretch on the side of your body. Then you're gonna come up, give yourself a side crunch. You're letting your elbow aim towards your ankle as you are bending your knee in, so you're getting in a nice side crunch. Very important to really make the movement large. You're gonna do as many as you can in those 20 seconds. There's no twisting. This is all a lateral movement. So you're going to crunch, placing your left hand on the floor. Then you're gonna come down. Very important, I want your head to rest on your wrist. None of this beach picture pose, resting your head. Ankle bends on the leg closest to the floor. Then, just as we did before, your ankle is facing towards the ceiling, toes pointed to the front the whole time. If your toes point up to the ceiling, you're gonna feel it in the quad, and that's not the goal for today. So ankle leads the way. You're giving me circles, aiming towards the back, as many as you can in those 20 seconds. Then you're going to switch. Same thing on the other side, side crunch, and then side leg lift. All right, this is it. These exercises are on the floor, so naturally they're not gonna be as intense, but still, give me as many as you can safely in those 20 seconds. Ready? Begin. Good, getting a nice stretch as you lift your leg and let your elbow point towards your ankle. Staying on that same side, just get yourself down to the floor. Rest your head so you won't strain your neck. Hand on the floor for balance. And begin. Circles to the back. Toes point to the front the entire time. Don't let that hip and that torso sway back and forth. The only thing moving is the leg. Right movement. From the hip joint, there's no swinging back and forth from that hip. All right, other side. Don't worry if these feel awkward. Your muscles are going to learn how to coordinate, work together. And every time you do these exercises, it's gonna feel more and more natural. There's a lot going on. A side crunch. Taking it down. Movement should only come from the hip joint. You're not swinging your hips back and forth. Rest. Almost done, guys. And rest. Almost, sweetie. All right. Keep it controlled, nice and controlled. Toes point to the front. You're doing so well. This might be the first time, rest, you guys do these exercises. So again, don't worry if it feels a little bit weird. Rest. One last exercise. Let me move forward so I won't hit the table again or the chair. Keep it moving. Come on, give me those small little circles. Make them perfect. And rest. Remain on the floor. Put the soles of your feet together. Taking a nice deep breath, bending at the hip, letting your back remain as straight as possible. Whew, I want to take this moment to thank you guys for joining me. These are the workouts that I'm doing for myself to get back into shape, but I'm sharing them with you guys so you can also have something that you could follow. There's a lot of pre or postnatal workouts out there, so I really want to thank you guys for choosing me and the Naked Formula to help guide you. I want you to push your hips to the side. You're feeling the stretch on the inner thigh, feeling it all along the sides. Let your arm come down, reach up. So these exercises, like I mentioned, this is exactly what I'm doing. I'm working on making sure we do exercises in all of the planes of motion, making sure that our exercises are safe for the state that we're in. I personally don't want to do too many exercises where I'm jumping, because I don't want to strain my pelvic floor muscles until they've had a chance to get strong. All of these exercises that we're doing, squats, lunges, all of these type of movements, they help strengthen your body as a whole. So make sure that your posture is perfect throughout those exercises, and you're standing, not using your joints, but you're standing using your muscles. All of that helps to build your body and have it work together. So speaking of posture, we're gonna go ahead and work on that. But first, rest your head. I want your hands to either be on the floor or holding on to your legs. You just don't wanna hang. That puts too much strain on your lower back. Slowly roll up. I want you to feel your weight balance between your ball of your foot and your heels. Soften up your knees so they land right over your ankles. Push your hips forward so they land over your knees. Now roll your shoulders up and lift your chest. Shoulders land right over the hips. Bring your head up. Slide it back a little bit so your ear is aligned with your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, keep that chest lifted. Exhale. Push your hands down the center of your body. You should be feeling everything engaging. Your core, pelvic floor, all the muscles of your body. This is how I want you to just walk around and stand all throughout the day. But until then, I will see you guys in tomorrow's workout. And thank you once again so much for joining me. If you guys want, you can watch one of my other videos where I strip down another area of wellness. Bye.